Eagles' dominance from start to finish. The discussion in the video revolves around the Eagles' commanding performance in the Super Bowl, where they dismantled the Chiefs 40-22. From the outset, the Eagles established their superiority, particularly in the trenches, and never let Kansas City recover. The hosts, led by Booger McFarland, analyzed the key moments, tactics, and individual performances that contributed to this one-sided affair. 1. The defensive line's overwhelming pressure. A major theme throughout the conversation is how the Eagles' defensive line completely took over the game. The panel repeatedly highlights how Philadelphia generated pressure without blitzing, allowing their defensive linemen to consistently win one-on-one matchups. The Eagles recorded 6 sacks and 16 pressures, a testament to their front four's dominance. The Chiefs' offensive line, particularly the left tackle position, was exposed. The panel draws comparisons to the Chiefs' previous Super Bowl loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where a relentless pass rush similarly neutralized Mahomes. McFarland and his co-hosts stress that this game should serve as a blueprint for NFL general managers. If you want to beat an elite quarterback, you must invest in a dominant defensive line. 2. Patrick Mahomes looked human. Despite his reputation as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Mahomes struggled under constant duress. The pressure led to uncharacteristic mistakes, errant throws, and a general sense of frustration. He was often forced to move off his spot immediately, preventing him from going through his usual progressions. The Eagles' secondary capitalized on the disrupted timing, leading to interceptions and incompletions. The defensive game plan resembled Vic Fangio's philosophy, rushing for and maintaining coverage integrity. The video emphasizes that even the greatest quarterbacks can look ordinary when their offensive line collapses, reinforcing the importance of controlling the line of scrimmage. 3. Jalen Hurts' outstanding performance. While much of the attention was on the Eagles' defense, the panel makes sure to give Jalen Hurts his due credit. He finished the game with only 5 incompletions, an incredibly efficient performance. He consistently made the right reads, utilizing both his arm and legs to extend plays. He outplayed Mahomes for the second consecutive Super Bowl matchup. McFarland passionately argues that Hurts deserves more respect, as he has now outdueled Mahomes twice on the sport's biggest stage. The narrative that he is a limited quarterback no longer holds weight. 4. The Eagles' balanced offensive attack. The discussion also touches on the Eagles' offensive strategy. Unlike the Chiefs, who were one-dimensional, Philadelphia controlled the game through the air and on the ground. The offensive line gave Hurts plenty of time to throw. The running game, while not explosive, provided enough balance to keep the Chiefs off guard. The connection between Hurts and Devonta Smith was lethal, highlighted by a 46-yard deep ball that sealed the game. This balance allowed the Eagles to dictate the tempo and ensure that the Chiefs never got into an offensive rhythm. 5. The Chiefs' lack of answers. Kansas City entered the game with a game plan that quickly fell apart. After falling behind early, they were forced into a pass-heavy approach, which played right into Philadelphia's strengths. The Chiefs' defense, despite being strong all season, could not contain Hurts and the Eagles' weapons. The offense lacked explosive plays, with Travis Kelce being a non-factor for most of the game. Even when Mahomes managed to get rid of the ball, his receivers struggled to create separation. The panel suggests that Kansas City's offensive personnel deficiencies finally caught up with them. Unlike in past years, they did not have a reliable deep threat, and their offensive line could not hold up under elite pressure. 6. Historical comparisons. Toward the end of the discussion, the panelists make several historical comparisons. They liken this game to Super Bowl 48, when the Seahawks' Legion of Boom shut down Peyton Manning's record-breaking offense. They also recall Super Bowl 55, when the Buccaneers dismantled the Chiefs with a similar defensive formula. These comparisons emphasize a key takeaway. Elite quarterbacks can be neutralized if the opposing defense wins the battle in the trenches. Final thought. The overarching theme of the discussion is that football is still won in the trenches. The Eagles' defensive front completely shut down the Chiefs, and their offensive line gave Hurts the time he needed to thrive. The Chiefs' dynasty aspirations were temporarily halted, as their lack of offensive line depth and playmaking weapons were exposed. Jalen Hurts cemented himself as an elite quarterback, proving that he can rise to the occasion on the biggest stage. The Eagles' roster-building philosophy, prioritizing the trenches, proved to be the winning formula. McFarland closes the discussion by reiterating that this game serves as a lesson for the entire league. If you want to stop Patrick Mahomes and other elite quarterbacks, you must build a dominant defensive line. This Super Bowl was not just a win for the Eagles, it was a statement about how championship teams should be constructed.